Hey everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Soapery. This week I thought you may want to come along with me to see exactly what I'm up to. So at the start of this is me just looking at some gorgeous flowers on my way around shopping for, of course, my little store. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Monday morning with lots and lots of rain. So I always try and look at the positives. So today, all I'm doing is literally candles. As you can see in front of me, I've had quite a few orders of the medium candles, which are the 220 gram candles. So I usually don't use, like if you can kind of see here, my double boiler. I usually don't use this, but today I'm going to, only because I literally need to make 3 of every single one. So there's no use me just, putting it all in the massive big pot to get it all ready. So I thought I'll just show you as I'm going along. Here are my labels. So as lots of you know, I print these out on the Cricut. That's why it has this little black line. And then honestly, I'm going to be honest, I usually cut, if it's straight on a Cricut, I cut it, because what happens is sometimes the Cricut isn't perfect. It doesn't go perfect, drives me crazy. And then it like literally cuts a little bit off the edge and it doesn't make it look super professional. So anyway, that's why I'm literally going to be cutting them. Now I've printed this out. This is a sticker paper. It's a clear sticker paper on here. So that's literally what I'm using. And I've already made these ones yesterday, which are my white vanilla. And look, this one, honestly, I was going to cut out, my vanilla. I thought, do I just cut it out or not? And every time I try and cut something out, somebody wants it. But honestly, then now I've decided, I rechanged this particular one, and I have redone this as a part of my core line. So when I say core line, it means products that will going to be here all year round, and then maybe in 12 months I will change them again, but then I'll just add little products in. So this is what it looks like, and it's on a clear sticker paper. So if you take it out, you can see, you can almost not see it, but let's just pop it on the outside here and you'll be able to see it once it's on this white container. But obviously if you're actually using a container that's black, you can't use these clear ones. You'd have to have a white based background. So yeah, definitely that's what I'd suggest. And then of course I need to clean these containers up because I've got a little bit of wax from pouring, which is fine, I don't mind that. So we'll clean these ones up. And then I've also got the 220 labels. So I'm going to pop that on. And I did say actually the other day that I'm going to try and do some videos through the week. And what actually happens is I film it, then I have to save it. Then I have to do the next one and save it, and I kind of have to link them all together. So that's why I don't do it, because then I often forget and I think, oh no, I've forgotten one day in the week. So then I kind of give up on that idea. And I feel really bad. Well, if I miss a day, I shouldn't really. I should just pop it on, because I'm sure that lots of you would love to see what I get up to. So I have been up since about 7:30 this morning, because I just couldn't sleep, because I knew that I had, products to get made. So I thought, I can't sleep. Let's just get up and do everything I've got to do. So basically that's exactly what I did. So here we go. This is the 221, and look how lovely it looks. They look really nice. They'll come with the white lid. And while we're here, I'll show you this. So this is what happens to some lids. If you can kind of see this orangey look, like, let me find one that doesn't have, so that hasn't had a candle in it, this one here, that one's normal. And then they can turn orange, or they can even turn like this brown. That means they've had a vanilla kind of scent in it. And usually, you just tell your customers that might happen, but it doesn't affect anything really. But some people, think that it's an old lid or it's dirty, but you just need to tell them that's just what happens. The vanilla will mark the candle. So my job, like I said this morning, is doing these, putting the stickers on them. Then I have to wick some more, because I'm going to be making some blooming rose. I also have to make orange patchouli. And what else do I need to make? I need to make a few. A lavender ylang, I've got to make that one as well. That's another one of mine. And there's another one that I make called Dreaming Pink, and Dreaming Pink has been quite popular too, and it's like a bit of a fruity scent with some florals in it as well. Oh, and I'm also going to be making some watermelon, because I'm making that for a lovely girl in our family. Her name is Alicia. So Alicia is actually my son's partner, and she's an absolutely lovely girl. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to make her. I wanted to give it to her actually for Christmas. So that's why I'm doing that, and I'll clean those jars in a minute. So pretty much what I do when I do the jars is I make them, put the labels on, then I'll check everything. I'll wipe them all over. I use just like a wet one, like a baby's wet sort of cloth. I'll show you. So I just use these, and they're just like a wet cloth, because can you see here, I had like a little blue ink, so it gave the tiny little blue ink. So then I'll wipe the jar with that. So I noticed the last one, I put my hand in something and it was like, so then, you know, there's a tiny bit of blue on that. So that's what I do. I just go around the edge, and sitting your jars on, can you see how it's left this little mark? Often what happens is it will remove, you know, like a little bit of white or something. So you just want to clean it and make sure the jar is beautiful and presentable for the customer. But we'll do those, then I'll box them up. So like I said, I've turned on the boil now just so that I can get all my wax organized. And once I've done all that, I'm going to pour the next candle. I'm going to go to the post office, because I definitely need to go to the post office this morning and post something. I need to clean up in here because I have lots of candle stuff everywhere. And then I need to go onto my computer and do some tax papers. So that's literally what I'm doing. But if I get up to something else, I will bring you back for Monday, and we'll see what we can get up to. And this week I'm going to be really super good and make sure I film a bit each day so that I can bring you the full video at the end of the week. Now, I thought while I'm doing this morning, it is still Monday, I'm going to show you something to get candles out of a jar. Now, can you see this candle? I've frozen it, so if you can see, the outside has come forward a little bit, and that's because, you know, when you freeze it, you're shrinking it. So what I actually do is get a Stanley knife. I just go around the edge, because that actually will loosen it from the jar. And let me just move these other bits out the side, and I'm just going to show you, and it will literally come out. So can you see how it just literally came straight out, this whole thing? And so if you've got a candle you don't like, or something's happened, or it's wrong, you made a mistake, you can easily take it out and save the jar. So hopefully that helps. So I thought I'll put that in to my Monday video for this week. Now I'm on Patreon this morning. All we're doing is just adding in this little insert that you can see here, along with lots and lots of documents if I go down the page, because this is going to be helping people on my Patreon. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. So what you're looking at here is just my little bench, and above here, this is my split system. Now, lots of people ask me about this because this is what I use for a dehumidifier. So if I show you the remote, this is the remote. Now, if you can see, it says auto, cool and dry. Now, if I turn that mode, so let me see if I can do this while I'm on camera. We're just going to turn the mode to dry, and then we'll just push on, and now it's going to open up, and you can see it says 24 degrees at the moment. That is Celsius, so that's what it is in here. And it's cold today. It's freezing cold, lots of rain. So I'll leave this on for about 35 minutes, and then I could start to make bath bombs. So I thought I'd just show that before we get on to our next bit on Tuesday morning. Once again, it is Tuesday, so here are some of the bath bombs that are going out. I do need to add another 40 to this box. I'm going to try and see if I can fit them in. If not, that'll be a 4th or 5th box that goes out to this particular customer. So let's get on to those, and why my dehumidifier is, you know, doing its thing this morning. I've just got to wait a while. I'm going to get onto the candles and do that for the next customer. Now I'm just putting on my machine here. So of course this one here is got my little bit of wax in it because I just need to do some more candles in here, and I'm trying not to do too many because Christmas for people buying wholesale is coming to an end very soon because we're already in mid-November. So basically that's what we're going to do this morning. I'm going to do that. We're going to box up these other candles that we made yesterday, and I thought I'll show you how I box them up and what this one looks like. So let's get these wrapped up. So you can see here I do have my little wrap that I've already made, and I did do a video how to make these, so if you're wanting to know and you don't, then just go back and look at it. Now I know that these words need to be close to the top because I've made these literally exact, so they need to sit exact, and this is literally what I do just to make sure that they're going to fit really well. And then once I've done this, I'm going to take it off here and then just, you know, fold it. So basically I've got this nice and neat, and so now what I'm going to do is literally just put the fold in it. So if you can kind of see, I'm just holding it down, and then that will be a nice clean fold. And then once I've got it on here, we can literally wrap it around the box, and then we can just put a bit of tape at the very end just to hold it in place, or you can do some double-sided tape if you like. What I actually do is I just save the excess tape that I have that sits on some of the Cricut labels. So there you can see basically this is it. So we've got it here, and it's just going to wrap around it, and that's basically it. So we'll turn it upside down because that's easier to get it all in place. I just make sure it's nice and neat. And this little bit here, I've made that so that this will go straight on top. So if you want a double-sided tape, you can, but I'm just going to use up this little, all it is a tiny little offcut to the Cricut clear labels. And rather than throw it out, it's just like a clear bit. So I'm just, like I said, going to use this up and stick this on this particular one. So make sure it's super tight because that way it will look nicer. And then literally that's it. And now look how beautiful it is. It's all done and ready to go out to the customer. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, and as you can see, I've been busy yesterday doing all these candles. So the ones at the end, which are just up here, hopefully you can see through the video, these ones I am actually going to go and just put a heat gun over them because it was really, really cold yesterday and the tops of them went terrible. So I'll show you, but a heat gun will get that out. That's no problem. So this is basically what happened to the top, if you can see how horrible they look, and it's because it got cold very fast, and candles don't like to, you know, they don't like it when it's hot then cold very, very fast, and we had big thunderstorms, so they really didn't love drying super fast. So all we're going to do is just use the heat gun. Now when you're using the heat gun, make sure you use it on the low temperature, and you're going to hold it, you know, not close to the candle, because remember, we actually don't want to make the heat you know, melt the wax at too high a temperature. So that's why you go, you know, about 20 centimeters above the candle and not super close to the candle. So that's a bit of a tip. But anyway, I will let you watch as I just go and fix these up. I thought I'll give you a different view on this side, and then that way you can see these ones that I'm doing. And if you can see just the tip of the heat gun, I'm going to just hold it up here, and it will get noisy, but let's go and get this ready. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you go right around the candle. So don't just make the little bit in the center liquid, you want the whole thing around the edge, because if you don't, you will show that you've only melted the bottom and not the side. So you'll see like tiny little bubbles at the side. So just make sure you melt them until it's totally liquefied. Hopefully you can see that one on camera. If you're watching this on a TV backwards or a large screen computer, you might be able to see it a bit better than close up on the iPhone, but most people tell me they do watch me on a TV. So then we've done those ones. So it's literally just these 3 big ones and 1 tiny little one, and these are the blooming rose. So I do want to get these ones out to a customer. I've already sent another box to them, and we will send these ones out. And yeah, so usually, you know, you're going to let them cure about a week or something. That's generally what I do. But when you make them, you know, you let them settle, box them up. The time they get to the customer is going to be a week anyway. So yeah, so literally that's, you know, how I get my candles out to people. Sometimes, you know, they might be curing for 2 months because I might make them and they haven't sold. But at the moment, this time of year is just crazy. I just can't keep up with the demand, honestly. Around Christmas time's a bit crazy. But this year has been much, much slower than any other year I've ever done. So it's not a good year this year. So hopefully I can afford a shop next year. If I can, I will definitely take you guys along with me and show you my full process. So that way if anyone's thinking of a shop, you can kind of see, but who knows what's going to happen, we'll just see. Anyway, they are done now, my loves. So we have finished those. The next thing I'm going to do is just make a few more small candles that I need to get ready. Because even though this looks like a lot of candles, for me this is only a small amount because I do have like 11 different scents on a core line. So basically what happens is, you know, if I make 20 of each, then that's hundreds and hundreds of candles in one go. And of course, you know, if I end up going in a shop, I'm going to have to get my process super good because then I will have wholesale, online, and then in the shop. So it's going to be a bit tricky, but who knows, I may need to get another staff member to help me once I'm in there. But, you know, we'll see what's going to happen. Who knows, you know, in the future what is going to happen or what's not. But for now, we have done this job, so I'm just going to get on to the next. Hello everybody, today is Thursday, so it's been a super busy day. It is late in the afternoon, so I am sorry about the light, and it is a little warm in here. That's why I'm wearing a tank top today, and I don't usually wear this, but I thought I would bring you back because all I'm doing actually at the moment is I've just got my labels so you can see them nice and easy. This is how I print them out, and these are printed on the Cricut. That's why it has this black line along here. And I just have to get going with these ones because I have 5 boxes to send out for wholesale. So I thought I need to get going with that. So I must fix these tonight so they can go off first thing in the morning. And today I have spent the day with my grandson Xavier, who is 4, and my little granddaughter Ali, who is 2.5, because I've been babysitting them for my oldest daughter today. So that's what I've been up to. But I also have been on the phone to lots of different wholesale people and companies because I'm actually trying to look to add some extra things into my line, things that I may not make as well, like maybe just some things that kind of, I guess, relate with, you know, like some things like some brushes and, you know, like maybe some foot scrubs and things like that, or foot scrub brushes, I should say, things that just will go with my whole you know, product range, I guess. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. It's really boring today, nothing super duper interesting, but I'm trying to get all of this done so then I can go and make some soap. I need to also order you know, a few different soap labelings because I actually need to wrap some soap and I've actually run out of everything at the moment, so it's super crazy, but I definitely need to get onto that. So that's what I've been up to today. I'm sorry that it's not super duper exciting, but I'm going to bring you along when I'm wrapping these ones up so you can see exactly what I do, and then I'll take you over to show you a little bit about Australia Post that I use and their system. So hopefully I can do that this afternoon and show you what I'm up to. So like I said, it is Thursday afternoon and I'm going to bring you back in about an hour, which will be because it's after dinner time. And like I said, then we're going to go over, log all of these into Australia Post, and I'll show you how easy that is. Good morning everybody, it is Friday today and I just have a couple lonely boxes left to package up and send out for an order, and here's a few more. I've got to put obviously a label on the front, and I think I have 10 more of those, and once I've actually done those, that would be super good. I will swing the camera around so you can see. Sorry, it's bumpy. but they are literally the ones that I have to do next. So once I've labeled those ones will go out. So now let's go over to the computer. I'll show you how I log everything with Australia Post, because I have to go to the post office and send some of these out for the end of the week. So here are the parcels, everyone, that we have to send out. I think there's about 25 kilos in parcels here, so it's quite a lot. These are wholesale orders, of course, so I need to get them out because these shops will want them so that they can send, or sell, I should say, all of their things that are inside their shops. Now, one thing I think I should definitely talk about is make sure that you are recycling boxes. As you can see, this was a Pure Candles box. The top one here was a Vistaprint box, and there is nothing wrong with reusing them as long as they are strong enough for, you know, whatever you're putting in them. And I actually think it's just a good thing, and also it saves you money because you don't have to pay for the extra box. I mean, sometimes I do have to pay for boxes, but generally the ones for the wholesale order or the big boxes, I don't. I try and recycle them as much as I can. So like I said, we've done this bit here. Now we do need to go over and log them into Australia Post. Sadly, I can only show you one part of it because obviously I can't show you people's addresses and me logging in postcodes and things like that. But I will show you as much as I can, and we'll go from there. So we are on Australia Post website now. So basically all you need to do is log in your customer's name, their address and things like that. And then you're going to also say if your goods are dangerous that you're sending. And then of course the weights, and you do have to measure the parcel from side to side. And then basically the Australia Post website will give you the price at the bottom. And then you're just literally going to pay and print out. So it's quite simple really to do this process. So here I am just logging everything on. I will do a bit more of a video on that for you guys at a later date, but I hope this is a little bit helpful. It's almost the end of the week now. I'm about to take these into Australia Post in my local area. So I'm just going to pop them into the Australia Post, and then I will pop the video up for all of you to watch. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you give me a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.